This is the future.
Plague Star is just a few days away from its big comeback. I know you are excited to farm lots of former, but you should also consider getting the other rewards of this new event. There are the new ghouls saw, which are kind of exciting and scary at the same time. You can't blame me, as every time Digital Extremes release something new, it's either broken and be fixed in a couple of weeks, or it's mediocre and will get left in the mastery rank fodder locker. I'm just saying though, and let's not jinx the new melee coming with the Plague Star event. There are also infested Zor components that we should talk about, but I will post a video about it when the Plague Star event is available in the game. I'm missing a couple of parts and I want to show you how the infested Zor has evolved. For now, we focus on one of the best one-shot nuker finally making a comeback to Warframe. I know those players who got to experience the Plague Star event know what I'm talking about, but for those first-timers, I really advise you not just to focus first on former, but get a max rank Exodia Contagion, as it's one of the best rewards in the Plague Star event. This Zor arcane has gone several nerfs and changes in the past, but it remains to be one of the most potent arcane when it comes to dealing massive damage to multiple targets. I'm not just talking about hundreds of thousands of damage. I'm talking about millions of damage with the right combo and build. And yes, it comes to a point wherein you will achieve the highest damage output that you can inflict to the enemies in this game, which is 2 billion. The good thing about Exodia Contagion is it inherits the stats of your Zor arcane now. Digital Extremes did remove this feature, but then they decided to put it back. So basically, the stats of your Zor will affect status, critical, and damage output of your Exodia Contagion. In my case, I go with a pure critical and damage Zor, which you can copy by using the Vauji 2 Ruhang Grip, the Core Blink, and the Doctrum Strike. For the build, it's the usual critical, damage, and 2 elemental mods that form the element suited against a specific faction, except for viral, since its explosion has 100% viral damage. The minimum requirement for Exodia Contagion to red crit while using this Zor is the Sacrificial Steel, Blood Rush and Gladiator Might mods. Now this will give you about 95% red critical damage all the time, but when your combo counter degrades, you will constantly see orange crits with this Zor. Yes, we will be using the combo counter and raising our combo count to 12 times here. But it's hard, squad leader. Don't worry, as I'll make it easy for you. For now, let's talk about Riven mod. If you can get a damage and crit chance stats on your Riven, then the better Exodia Contagion will perform. You can also rely on the initial combo, which you can pair with Corrupt Charge to give you at least 3 to 4 times combo multiplier even without hitting enemies. That will result in orange crit numbers with this build and Riven. The higher the critical chance and initial combo value, the better the damage output. But for those who don't want to rely on Riven mods, then I got the old-fashioned combo counter solution for you. There is always a way to group enemies universally using either Zenurix Void Singularity or the operator arcane called Magus Anomaly. Between the two, I prefer Magus Anomaly because it's faster in terms of grouping enemies, and we can save the focus slot for Naraman, so we can maintain the higher combo count with the help of its power spike passive. To further maintain the high combo count, or possibly 12 times combo count all the time, then all you need to do is equip a primary and a secondary gun, which both has the Dexterity Arcane that increases the combo count of your melee weapon. The combo count buff of Dexterity Arcane does stack, giving you 15 seconds more combo duration. Now to achieve 2 billion damage with Exodia Contagion, use the Zor with Mirage Eclipse ability. You can pair this well with any invisibility Warframe, since all you need to do is subsume Eclipse in your frame and just throw the Exodia Contagion projectile to the enemies. The good thing about this is that Eclipse will always have the damage buff when you are invisible, and Exodia Contagion does also takes advantage of the stealth damage multiplier, which gives out more damage. This will give you millions of damage, and if you have an armor stripping Warframe like Ash, then you can hit bonkers of millions of damage. The easiest way to achieve 2 billion, however, is with Wisp. Subsume Eclipse into this Warframe, replacing her 4th ability, and you will reach 2 billion damage when a spark from Breach Surge hits another target. The thing is, the damage from Eclipse and Exodia Contagion will give out millions of damage, and that gets amplified when you cast Breach Surge to target, and each spark has a chance to proc hundreds of millions of damage and even the damage cap, which is 2 billion. Lastly, Wisp is made for this combo since she can also be stealthy while in the air. and she can also hasten the projectile speed of the Exodia Contagion with the help of her haste mote ability. Long story short, Exodia Contagion is a must-have, especially to new players who are looking for some options to breeze the normal star chart and the steel path version of this game. This is one of those combos that can one-shot not just high-level enemies in the star chart, but also those acolytes, and I highly advise that you shouldn't focus too much on form if you are a new player and get the good stuff first, like the Exodia Contagion. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.
Evolution. This is the future.